Let me first invite Mr. Bhavesh Mehta, CTO and founder from Acuutech, to address the audience. Bhavesh is an experienced Chief Technology Officer with a demonstrated history of working in the information technology and services industry. He is a strong information technology professional, skilled in managed services, Citrix storage, Active Directory, and Windows Server.
Good morning, all, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bhavesh Mehta from Akitech. I'm the group CTO. A little bit about Akitech. I call it, we're a 25-year-old startup. So we started our life as a typical system integrator way back in '96. And I'm sure, as Atul and Ronak had alluded, we realized that by just selling hardware, software, and professional services, it would not actually make us money, and more importantly, a company that's actually stable long term. So around 2002, we put our first services stack in the cloud, and since then we've never looked back. So most of the things that Akitech delivers today is as a service, and truly what we would like to do is, through partnership with Savex, we'd like to bring this experience to all of the reseller community in India, where we can show you the secret sauce and ingredient, how to actually make money creating an as-a-service portfolio. Now, of course, we are based in and headquartered in the UK, but our footprint goes into Asia. We have offices in Singapore and North America. We have a direct client base of 500 companies, and most of these companies operate from data centers that we actually run and service from. So what are we talking about? So on the platform perspective, Akitech has actually got what we call a integrated platform, where you're able to scope solutions using hyperconvergency. So most of our platform is designed around Microsoft technologies. So what you hear from Microsoft, which is termed as Azure Stack HCI. So we have the scoping solution to build a Azure Stack HCI solution rapidly. And more importantly, we have the orchestration platform that allows you to build HCI at breakneck speed. So how does that compare, you would probably ask, with all the other vendors? Well, Akitech has not invented anything new, but what we have done is we have effectively created the orchestration platform on top of Windows that allows you to build HCI, reliably and dependably. So you already have come across technologies like Hyper-V, Storage Space Direct, and software-defined networking. All of these technologies are built into Windows. What we try and do is we abstract these services and deliver them as a service, where you're able to charge your customer and deliver a good service, which is end-to-end. So this is modeled on a Lenovo Think Agile system. So what do? We actually take the hardware, we take the lovely software from Microsoft, and we automate the deployment. We also provide with a unified management tools. And of course, we give you the rich layering into Azure and Office 365. So this gives you a full end-to-end turnkey platform, which you can effectively service your customers with. So I'm not sure how much you know about the Azure Stack HCI products, but Azure Stack HCI has been available in Windows from about 2016. And now we have a new version called the Azure Stack HCI 20H2. And again, as Atul and Ronak had alluded, the 20H2 platform is consumption driven. In other words, if you are a Microsoft partner and has got CSP or is actually connected to a what I call an indirect partner like a distributor like Savex, you should be able to consume the licensing on a consumption basis. Apologies. So what do? We are able to work across the older platform, Server 2019, and the newer platform, 20H2, where we are completely agnostic, whether it's present or the future. So if there are previous versions of 2019 deployed, we are able to use our automation tools to convert them to the new version of Azure Stack HCI. So we're partnered with Lenovo, and with the partnership, we are now able to bring this solution in box. So effectively, the fully automated end-to-end Azure Stack HCI deployment SKUs and ready-to-go networking is all built in. Effectively, those capabilities are built into the Lenovo ThinkAgile MX range. You will need to speak to either a Savex rep or a Lenovo rep, and they'll guide you accordingly. And this is now being sold in India via Savex as our main and only distributor. So what does the SKUs actually include? You effectively are able to do a full automated deployment, lifecycle management, monitoring, and more importantly, you're able to have support, peace of mind for 3 years on the platform you've delivered to your end customer. Of course, you can have extended warranty and so on and so forth. We have some very intelligent auditing tools built in, which will meet the various compliance and regulatory aspects. So let's dig a little bit deeper into what Akitech Mesh helps you achieve. We allow you to design and scope without the hassle. So we have this thing called the scoping tool, where you effectively ask your customer just basically 3 questions. How much usable data have you got, Mr. Customer? How much new data are you creating? And how many VMs do you actually have in your current infrastructure? The solution that it will output would be a set of bill of materials that you can send it to Savex or a Lenovo rep to actually cost the solution for you. It's as simple as that. Now, the scoping tool is available free of cost, and please ask your Savex rep for this. Now, the scoping tool allows you to also do all these various configurations, multi-site, storage replication solutions, disaster recovery, stretch clustering, and many, many more. So the motto here is plan without mistakes. Akitech takes care of everything. So if you had to do this manually to configure a Azure Stack HCI system, I've just shown you the process chart that tells you that it is a complex process to deliver a working end solution. What we do is we take the hassle out of planning and we take the hassle out of deployment, and it's one-touch automation. So you insert a USB stick and enter a few credentials, and your primary engineer activity is either have coffee or go to sleep. It's as simple as that. We've built data centers at breakneck speed I mean, I can give you an example. We built a 32 node cluster in 4 hours. And that is unachievable, through human scripting and intervention. It's many days activity. We take all of that headache away, and more importantly, we also provide a consistent and stable solution. So these are some of the key features. We're able to convert 2019 to 20H2. It's easy. You can add a node or remove a node, so that allows you to do lifecycle management very, very easily. And more importantly, you have more up-to-date and valid drivers and patching available in box. This obviously allows you to, at least manage your environment in peace. So what's the user experience like? So I've given you a snapshot of what the tool looks like. You effectively input a few variables, like I mentioned before. What's the size of the workload? What's the size of storage? And outcomes and what type of configuration you wish to do. Is it going to be just storage only? Are you going to have performance computing like VDI? All of these feature sets are included inside the tool. So no matter what type of customer requirement there is, so a customer might say, I'd like to run a SQL workload or a VDI workload, all of this is taken care in the tool. The tool outputs a valid and certified bill of materials, which can be then costed by Lenovo, which then can be solutionized and put into a data center, either in-house or in a data center environment. So these are some of the snapshots of just showing you on screen. This particular tool is free and is available for use if you wish. So please ask Savix representatives to help you with this. Now, I just want to bring you to your attention. So when I said it's automated deployment, this is what I mean by that. Effectively, it runs, it does the networking layer, it does the virtualization layer, it updates the patches, and it completes the automation and deployment up to VM level based on what you have specified. So effectively, you have a full turnkey end-to-end solution. And during the process, wherever it's failed, wherever you don't have a tick box, you can go to that place and restart without having to go through the whole process end-to-end. So I've given you some of those snapshots there. So what have we done? We've made it very simple. It's not based on memory, it's not based on drives, it's not based on the size of the server. It's a simple per node licensing. So let me hypothetically say, if a node, if you had 5 nodes and the cost of each node was $1,000, you would have to pay $5,000. And for that, you would actually get a complete 3-year piece of warranty, automation, and scoping. So what do we do in addition to that? So we touch all 3 layers, the platform part piece, the hybrid, and cloud. When we talk about hybrid, we talk about data centers. So either your platform is on-prem and you're able to do backup and DR to a data center type environment, or you could actually have a platform or a hybrid cloud and you're able to consume cloud services such as Office 365 and Azure services. So we work across all of these 3 things. Now, from a partner perspective, it is important to recognize that instead of you delivering a piece of hardware and software and some services, you can truly now integrate and sell this as a service to your end customer, where you can actually have impact maximum value out of it. So these are some of the services as a partner you should be able to sell to your customers, and this is all built in box. So offsite backup, disaster recovery, hybrid file services are all built-in capability. Same with Azure IaaS, SQL instances, and virtual desktop. So you can see from now being a, you can actually deliver a truly scalable turnkey solution to your customers. And if you are a CSP, you have the billing platform built into it, and you can control all of your Office 365 services as well through some of the advanced capabilities of Akitech Mesh, including advanced auditing. So we have a typical customer success story during the pandemic lockdown. This customer, Rosti, had 7 global locations, China, Poland, Czech Republic, so on and so forth. We deployed all of these systems without actually having to send an engineer. The only engineering activity was rack and stack in a data center, put the power cable in, put the network cable in, and effectively these systems were built and integrated through complete remote services. So this just goes to prove that you as a customer or a partner can build centralized data centers, but also build really, really good, rich edge capabilities. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bhavesh.